Okay, welcome to this channel again. If you are new, please try to subscribe, share and like, please. Now, we are going to talk about the product formula under trigonometry. Now, this product formula will help us in doing some differentiations in calculus. Product formula, like when we are proving from sine to cos, cos to sine, all those things. Without knowing this, you cannot get it. That's why you have to pay a good attention to this. Now, to start with product formula, don't let us forget our sine A plus B. We need them. That are what we use in additional formula. Sine A plus B is still sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Now, for sine A minus B, that is sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Now, let's do for this first. Now, if these are 1, these are equation 2. If you subtract it, so let me start from adding. If you add it together, you are going to have sine A plus sine A cos B plus sine A cos B. And if you say plus times minus is still minus, definitely this one will cancel yourself. When you add, I'm adding this plus this. So if I add these two together, they are the same thing. It's going to give me 2 sine A cos B. And this, if I'm adding this one together with this one, because this plus is having effect on this, plus times minus is still minus. Cos A sine B, cos A sine B, they are going to cancel each other. So that means when I have this 2 sine A cos B. But if I subtract sine A plus B equals to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, and sine A minus B equals to sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Now, if I subtract, let's say I subtract sine A cos B, sine A cos B, that means this one will cancel this, because I subtract this will cancel this. Now, minus times minus, that will be plus. That means it's going to give me 2 cos A sine B sine B, 2 cos A sine B. That is when I subtract. Don't forget, we are talking about the product formula. Now, what is the next thing to do? A plus B represented by P. P equals to A plus B. Represent A minus B by Q. Q equals to A minus B. Do not forget we had in the first place. If I had these two together, P plus Q, that's going to give me, A plus A, 2A. But plus times minus, minus. That means plus B will cancel minus B. But I want to get A. I want to look for A. I want to look for this A. That means I'll divide both by 2 over 2 over 2. That means A equals to P plus Q all over 2. Now, the same thing, if I subtract P minus Q, what will I have? A, you cancel A because it will be A minus A if I subtract. But if I subtract, that will be minus times minus. That will be plus if I subtract. It doesn't if I subtract. So that means minus will be here. And that minus will be plus. And B plus B, that will be 2B. I'm looking for B. That's over 2 over 2. That means B equals to P minus Q all over 2. Now, I've known my A to be P plus Q over 2. I've known my B to be P minus Q over 2. I will now substitute them for this value. Do not forget, when we got this. But when we subtract, we got this 2 cos A sine B. When we subtract, now that I've known for additions, when we add sine A plus B plus sine A minus B, that gives me 2 sine A cos B. That will be 2 sine, and I've done my A. What's my A? My A is P plus Q over 2. P plus Q all over 2 cos. What's my B? My B is P minus Q all over 2. Do not be anxious. Say, what's this? When it is time to apply it, we get to know how to do the applications. But we are just trying to learn the formula now. Now, that is for when I had it. But when I subtract, I got this. In the same way, when I subtract, that means sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. It gives me this. That will be 2 cos. What's A is still the same. P plus Q over 2. P plus Q all over 2 sine. What's B? B is still P minus Q all over 2. That is a formula for sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. This is a formula. But for the additions, sine A plus B plus sine A minus B, this is a formula. The same thing goes for the cos. The same thing goes for the cos. If you want to do the addition for the cos, that will be cos A plus B. When you get the cos A plus B, just write it out. Cos A minus B, write it out. Add it together. Follow this principle. When you add it together, make A plus B as P, A minus B as Q. Add it, get your A, get your B. Now substitute back in the your original answer. So you are going to experience 4 things like that. And out of the 4 things you are going to experience, I've gotten 2 already for the sign, for the additions of signs, subtractions, and for the cos, addition and subtractions. That is all about the product formula. They are just 4. They are just 4. So maybe in our next videos, so we are going to be dealing with their applications. We are going to be dealing with our applications, how to apply them both in trigonometry and in calculus. Both in trigonometry and calculus. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much.